For weeks, I had been planning what I thought would be the most unforgettable anniversary trip of our lives. Vegas had always been her dream city. The lights, the excitement, the chance to feel like we were somewhere magical, somewhere apart from the routines of everyday life. I imagined us walking to the Strip hand in hand, laughing at the neon signs, sharing cocktails in fancy hotels, and maybe even taking a gondola ride in the Venetian just to see her eyes light up. I had thought this trip would remind her and myself of the love we had built over nearly a decade. A love filled with quiet mornings, long conversations, and late-night confessions that we shared only with each other. I packed carefully, making sure every detail of her comfort was attended to. Her favorite snacks, the playlist she loved, a jacket she could wear if it got chilly, and a few small surprises that I thought would make her laugh. I had rehearsed my words, the way I would tell her I loved her even more now, the way I would hold her hand as we walked past the fountains and the crowds. My heart felt heavy with anticipation, the kind of nervous excitement that makes your palms sweat and your mind race at the same time. This was supposed to be perfect, flawless, a memory we would both cherish forever. That morning, I woke to a text notification, the phone buzzing insistently in the silent apartment. My first thought was that it was her, sending a cute good morning message, or maybe a selfie from the airport to tease me about how tired she looked. But when I opened it, my heart sank in a way I had never experienced before. The words on the screen seemed to burn themselves into my chest. Just married my co-worker. You're pathetic, by the way. I stared at the message for a long moment, the words not fully registering. At first, I thought it was a joke, some absurd attempt at humor. But no, the tone was sharp, deliberate, cold. Every letter was designed to wound, every word to humiliate. My mind raced backward, trying to trace how I had missed the signs, how I had thought we were building something solid, how I had believed she loved me in the way I loved her. And then the disbelief turned into a hollow ache, a pit opening beneath my feet, leaving me suspended in shock and anger. I could have responded with fury, sent a string of messages demanding answers, begging her for an explanation, or cursing the betrayal I could hardly comprehend. But something inside me shifted. I realized that the drama she was expecting, the tears, the panic, the desperate attempts to reclaim her, would be for her amusement, a continuation of the spectacle she had already created without me. And I would not play that part. I would not give her the satisfaction of my despair. So I typed a single word, casual, almost indifferent, cool. I pressed send and set the phone aside, my hand shaking slightly, my breath catching a way that felt both heavy and liberating. It was a small act, a refusal to participate in her performance. But it was mine. For the first time in months, maybe years, I felt a flicker of control, a subtle reclaiming of my dignity. The rest of the day passed in a strange haze. I went through the motions, drinking coffee, scrolling through messages, checking work emails, yet every few minutes my gaze returned to the phone. No further messages came. Nothing to explain, apologize, or attempt to justify the absurdity of her actions. And in that silence, I felt a strange clarity settle over me. This was not about anger, nor revenge, nor even heartbreak in conventional sense. It was about truth, the truth that she had never truly valued the love I gave her, the truth that I had been investing my heart in someone who had no intention of meeting me halfway. By evening, the city lights outside my window seemed dimmer than usual, the sough from the traffic below a reminder of the world continuing on, indifferent to the chaos she had left behind. And yet, amidst the quiet, there was a sense of freedom. I did not have to negotiate her lies, justify her choices, or bend to her whims. I could exist without the constant tension of proving myself worthy to someone who had already decided my efforts were insignificant. I could breathe. I could think. I could remember what it felt like to honor myself first. As night fell, I poured a glass of whiskey, the amber liquid catching the light, warm and grounding in my hand. I sat in silence, letting the weight of the day wash over me. The betrayal stung. Yes, but it no longer held the power to dictate my emotional state. She had chosen her path, and I had chosen mine. And in that choice, I found a quiet strength, a resolve I had not known I possessed until now. I would not chase her. I would not plead. I would not mourn endlessly for someone who had already walked away from the love we shared. The phone remained dark, the screen unlit, yet it never felt more illuminating. "Cool," had been my final word in the exchange, but its significance extended far beyond the letters themselves. It was my assertion, my boundary, my silent proclamation that I would not be diminished for someone else's performance. And in that moment, I realized that sometimes the most powerful response to betrayal is nothing at all.